This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Let's get right into the news. All right, so this is one of the killers of Julio Foolio, right? And he's up there on the stand crying, I'm so remorseful. Bro, you are only trying to save your butt from going to getting the death penalty. Let's be real. They're going to give him the death penalty. They want to give him the death penalty, right? Cold-blooded killer, right? I don't care if you were just for you hanging out with the people. I don't know his exact role. There's a couple people that are going to be doing life for this whole situation. I think the girl's the one that's going to get off the most because she was the first one to open her mouth, right? But bro, you're cooked, bro. You ruined your whole life for what? Why did you want to kill? Why did you want to take this guy out so bad? That's what I don't get, man. People think they're standing on business, and then they stand on business. They go to jail. They go to court, and they cry like a baby because they don't want to spend the rest of their life in jail. You weren't like defending yourself or anything. You went out to hunt. You were a hunter, and you hunted down Julio Foolio. He wasn't the most innocent guy in the world, but you hunted him. You weren't defending yourself or anything. So why should anybody feel bad? Like, you know what? Maybe he really does feel bad. He doesn't. People feel bad. People feel bad when they're the ones that are going to be being punished. And what's crazy is I can relate, and I know this is a crazy pivot right now, right? But I can even relate this to what's going on with Rick Ross and Drake, okay? Because what's Rick Ross doing now? He's pandering on Apple Music. Yo, homie, Drake, I never wanted to see you lose, bro. We love you, man. I could have used anybody, but I used you for those records. I helped you out. Meanwhile, Rick Ross, say he has 30 big songs. Let's just say 30. Just for, I'm not saying he has 30 big songs. Out of 30 songs, half of them have Drake on them. Some way, shape, or form. Half have. At some point, you got to look at it and be like, I think that this was more beneficial to you than it was to Drake. Yeah, there was a benefit to working with. They made great music together. And it always, like, at one point, Miami was super unified. Khaled, Ross, this. It started to break when Rick Ross... When did it start to break? For me, looking at it, it started to kind of break when Rick Ross pulled back from Po' Boy, and there was a shakeup over there. Florida's always going to be Florida, right? They're always going to be kind of unified, but like it was really unified at one point. It was one of the last cities to really be unified and prop people up, I think, because like you had Atlanta, Houston, but that people, what always happens is ego. So anyways, Rick Ross jumped on the bandwagon and dissed Drake to get some motion 2 years ago, and now he wants to get motion, trying to be friends with Drake again, and he's trying to. But notice that when Rick Ross has beef with somebody, it's always for fighting for someone else. Like he thinks he's some type of martyr. He's really just jumping in someone else's situation. When he went at 50 Cent, he says 50 Cent's been picking on people in the South, so I decided to go at him. That actually gave Rick Ross an incredible boost in his career in 2009. It brought attention back on him. Then he followed up with a hit record, BMF, and he was out of here, right? He was able to make moves where he signed Meek Mill, Wale, and then he started working with Drake, and the rest is history, right? Of course, Rick Ross makes great music regardless, but I'm just saying, sometimes you need a little boost, right? Khaled. Wait, no. Then, after that, he had a beef with Birdman, and he says it was over Khaled and Wayne, and Birdman not doing right by them. So he took that on the chin. Meanwhile, Khaled and Wayne are cool with Birdman again. All right, so that's that. And then the Drake thing, he says, "You didn't clear your record for French. You were on the record, bro. That's why it didn't get cleared." I don't, Rick Ross is just, he's like he's a rich, really talented sucker. Let's just say that, all right? Listen, people, there's one thing about him and Khaled, they're very self-serving. They're not really trying to help anybody. There's a bunch of people signed to Rick Ross right now for the past 4 years that haven't had any motion. And they're talented. I'm not going to name names, but they're talented people. Kodak Black shaves his head. I don't know why. He's going through a lot, man. He keeps getting arrested. He has in a way, bro, like, I'm not trying to say compare them musically, but he's like Florida's DMX right now, bro. Like, he's super talented, makes hit records, is unapologetically himself, and he just can't get the devil off his back, bro. And I hope he gets help. I know his lawyer be trying to help him, because his lawyer's like, they're tight, like that's like, he refers to him as dad sometimes, I hope Kodak Black gets through this, man. I don't know what's haunting him, bro, but sometimes there's, bro, we all have something in us, that's our kryptonite, that we can't, we can call it a demon, but it's really just a weakness, we all have weaknesses for certain things, and it can take you out. Pitchfork gives Chris Brown a score of 1.3 out of 10. I mean, geez, that's a dramatic score. It wasn't that good, the album that he dropped, right? Very underwhelming. Didn't seem like typical Chris Brown. He made a lazy album. Let's just say it. 27 tracks. Hard to find anything that's really great. But this will be the fuel for him to make another great album. Let's just look at that. Beyoncé, the guy who is accused of breaking into a vehicle and stealing some jump drives that belonged to Beyoncé. So, in Atlanta, I think it's the west side of Atlanta, like wherever Krog Street is. There's a Krog Street tunnel over there. Is that east? I don't know which zone or whatever that is, but it's actually a nice area now because they came in and rehabbed it. And now it's like a food hall, and there's like luxury apartments over there now. It used to be just like kind of a sketchy part of town because like there was nice parts and there was bad parts, like block by block, right? So I guess they were parked over there eating. Someone broke into a vehicle, stole a bunch of Beyonce's drives. Well, he's pleaded guilty now, got 2 years, took a plea deal. He didn't take a plea deal a couple months ago. He was going to fight it in court, but they gave him a better deal, so he took it. Stefan Diggs' ex-chef can't stop tormenting him. Yes, she's trying to let out more. Oh, he abused one of his baby moms. People think it's Cardi B, but he had 2 other baby moms at the same time. Could have been anyone. She needs to stop. You lost in court. You need to stop. She's actually kind of dangerous, I'm going to be honest with you. She's very obsessed. And then we got DAZ Dillinger. He feels like, well, he knows that the Tupac estate isn't paying him properly, and he has unpaid royalties. And you got to fight for these things. Otherwise, they'll take your money, man. He says, 2 of America's Most Wanted, featuring Snoop Dogg, I Ain't Mad at You, a bunch of songs. He's just not getting paid for, or he's not getting paid properly. So, he's owed a lot of money. And, the estate will try to fight him on that. I hope he is able to prove what he's owed and get what he's owed, because he was a part of history, you know? And it takes many great talents to come together to make something great, to be honest. Anyways, this is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. I will check you guys in the next one. Let me know what you guys think about everything that's going on. I hope you guys are having a great day. Peace. And also, I think I'm back on track now with a bunch of stuff, but please make sure you like the video and everything. I had to get some things together in the past week. Peace.